name is Maria Oller, and I'm the Artistic Director of Lungha Theatre Company. And Lungha Theatre Company has existed since 1984, and we are a company with actors with learning disabilities. So I was asked to come and do a workshop on what it is to do workshops with people with learning disabilities. I felt like, well, I'm not doing much different than when I'm working with non-disabled actors. I just to find the person behind the disability and not work with the person with the disability. And so I wanted to give the participants a chance to try out what we are actually doing in the company, how I use games to make the participants forget about the actual task and do it without noticing it and finding it amusing and nice to do. If you have that pleasure and that confidence, I think you have that outside the stage as well. I asked our actors to leave what's happened before today or the outside world outside. So we have our 3 hours or how many hours we are rehearsing, we have for ourselves. For a lot of people it can be difficult, for example, to look another person in the eyes. And by doing it through a game, like the winking game we did in the beginning, it becomes a game. So you want to play the game and you forget about you are actually looking somebody in the eyes, and that makes it easier. Eye contact can be very difficult for some people with a learning difficulty, but because it's becoming a game, it's suddenly easier. And this time, when you catch somebody's eye and you wink, you swap places. By now, because it's a game, it has been easier to make eye contact. And by now, we have all moved around a bit. We have all sort of had eye contact. We have all experienced who is in the room and what's the dynamic of this group. I want you to walk around in the room, and when I say stop, you stop, and the person who is closest to you, you breathe in together, and then out on a sound, and I want you to listen to the harmony between the two sounds. Yeah? So just walk around in the room. And stop. I think you're always you on stage, but then you, with the pleasure you have, your unique pleasure, you can play a character. I think the base is to find your personal pleasure on stage, and then you can act anything. Sit on a chair, please, as many chairs as we got. The rest of us, we go behind a chair, stand behind a chair. This is called the prisoner. You know it? Yeah. For you who don't know it, is that the people who are sitting are prisoners. We are prison officers who are standing. The prison officers who hasn't got the prisoner try to make eye contact with the prisoner and wink. The prisoner is trying to escape, but the prison officer manages to touch the prisoner has to come back. A minute left. And stop. Oh. What was the feeling when you managed to escape? I hope that they take away the joy of being on stage and the joy and the importance of finding the person behind the disability, not being afraid of the disability. So the actors can be actors in the space and not having to be disabled actors.